So let's navigate to, you can navigate the editor from here by clicking site or edit site here, or you can simply navigate from here. So basically, if I go to this editor from here, it is the same place. Now you can edit or override this header. The existing header you can override by clicking here simply. So you can simply click here. Just take a look at here how they guided you. So you can simply click back again to the editor, and if you want to click or edit header, you can simply click edit template, and here is the header. But this is a little bit confusing, right? If you want to use or edit existing header, you have to click here and there, and then you will be able to click or edit the header. But there is another way that you can create your own header instead editing the existing header. Simply navigate to patterns, and here you can see there is header and footer patterns. So we can click here also to edit header, or we can create our own header. So let's click over here and create template patterns. So make sure you have select template patterns and click header and type here primary header, and it's a little bit different name, not header exactly, it's a primary header. Click create. It's completely blank, right? And now it's time to create our header, and here you can see there is logo, menu and button here. Let's take a look. I hope you all understand how the block works. If you don't know, then I highly recommend you my other block editor tutorial. I'll share with you into the video descriptions. But in this video, I will also try to explain them as much as I can. So let's take a look at the design first and understand. So here you can see these menus are more close to the button, and this is a little bit alone on the left side. What we can do, we can simply take group, and inside the group we can add a column here, and inside the column we can make this one left, and we can add these two items inside the column. Okay, let's explain here. First, let's take a look at the group. So there are a couple of different ways you can use group. You can use here a row. It's completely up to you. Let's use row and see how it works. So you can change them, but it's very good to try different things here. So type here site logo, and I'm gonna use this image as logo. So save this one, go to header and click over here, drag and drop the logo here, and type here alternative text logo. It's a good practice to use alternative text. So we have uploaded our logo, and now we can add menu or navigation. It looks like this. So what I'm gonna do, I want to make the home at the position. I'm just rearrange the positioning here. So click here to edit menu, and simply I can click this arrow to change position and home, about, block, contact. So I'm gonna remove the sample page, it's not necessary. So this is our menu, and now let's add button here. So let's type here start learning. And the button looks like this. The hover color here, it looks, I don't know, I think I have to change the hover color as well. Maybe I missed that. And basically if I change or take a look at here, it looks like this. So it's very important now, it's to understand the positioning here. So I just added them randomly here, right? So inside a row I have added navigation and button here. Now I want to make this navigation and button on the right side, and I want to make this logo on the left side, and there is a gap between them. But I'm using right now row. So when I'm using row, I can change when I select. So make sure you have selected here perfectly, and it's a good practice to use list view properly. And here you can see space between. When I select space between, it adds a space between them. It looks like this. When I select here center, it's justify item, all the item displaying at the center. When I select here, it's displaying all the item at the right side. But there is no way to make this logo on left and make this one on the right side. How can we achieve that? So that's very simple. All you have to simply make the navigation and the button as a group. So I have selected the button and navigation and make this, I can make this as a group or I can make this as a row. Let's select row. So as you can see now, it looks like this. So we have successfully created our header that is similar to the one that we wanted, right? It looks like this. Click Save Changes and reload our home page. As you can see, the header is not displaying here. Why? Because we haven't selected the header yet. So we have to select this primary header inside our page template. So we can simply navigate from here. We can go back by clicking over here and then find or search the page template from here. It's time consuming. Not here, it's templates. So it's time consuming, right? What we can do, we can simply, this is a page template. It takes time to navigate here. But the shortcut or the keyboard shortcut key or search features makes it easy. Let me go through again. From editor, we were creating our header here. So manage all template parts. This is the primary header. So we have created this primary header, and now let's press Command K or Control K from Windows, I think, and type here page. So this is the page. Take a look at the icon here, and this is the page and this is the page template. And here click over here and type here primary header and drag and drop it here and remove the header that is displaying here, the old header. So we are done with the header area, and this is exactly how it looks like. Now if I click Save Changes, go to our home page and reload, as you can see the header looks like this, and it looks not so good, not so professional, but we can make it professional easily. Well, so okay, we have added our header, and now if I want to edit our header, you can simply click here to edit header, and let's add some padding and margin and some other adjustment. From home page, okay, from original design, you can see the logo is a little bit bigger, and there is some other menu item. Let's add some other menu item so that it looks similar to the menu. Or you can, okay, let's use custom menu. Click over here and type here course, and I'm not gonna create a page called course as of now. I'm just hit enter, and for the URL I'll be using hash. And also let's create another one called gallery. Hit enter and change the URL to hash, and drag this contact at the right side. Well, when I select row, and then here you can see design or style options. Click over here. You can see by default there is some margin. Let's make it 0. And I would like to add some padding at the top and bottom. So I have added padding at the top and bottom. And left right, I'm not gonna use any padding. Let's click save changes and just take a look at here what we did. So it looks like this. Now there is a width here, right? It's approximately 1200 pixel, and we have already set up our global width, but it's not applying here. Why? So basically when you are using row, there is no options to adjust the width as of now. So no matter whether you are using any options or settings, there is no options for adding width here. It's completely take all the places. To adjust the width, you have to click over here and convert this row into group. After converting group, here you can see we have the options to change the width of the content. But previously when we were using a row, there was no options like this. So I'm gonna make it 1200 pixel, and here you can see it looks like this. But still there is need some little adjustment that I'm gonna do it here. So to adjust them, let's increase the logo a little bit. Well, and make sure I have changes here and reload the page. Now the page looks like this. It's horrible, right? Okay, so now when we are using group, here in our row we can change the alignment here, right? We can change the row alignment here, but inside the group there is no options. But inside group, again, when we select row, we can change the alignment, but the problem is we also lost our width here. So what we can do, let's make it group, and inside group here I'm gonna create another row. That's very simple. And now as you can see, the row looks like this, and all I have to simply make it 1200 pixel so that it's displaying wide like the one that I have selected here for 1200 pixel. So you can also select, or as you can see, the 1200 pixel that I have selected, it's removed because by default inside row I have the options right now here, and when I select, it's removed here. So you just remember, if you just forward the video and or backward the video, then here you can see 1200 pixel I have added here. But when I convert it into row, it removes, and inside the row it comes with 1200 pixel, but previously there was no options for that. So I hope you understand. And now I'm gonna select another row that is here, and without selecting that row we can simply make it just a space between. And now as you can see, the header looks perfect, So I know it's little bit confusing to all of you, but I'd like to request you try it a couple of times and watch this video a couple of times and see how it works. Now there are two things that I'm gonna fix. If I inspect here, you can see the site block has top padding and also the bottom padding here. So I'm gonna remove that padding because it's not necessary. I'll be using my own custom padding. I'm not gonna use the site, and also I'll be fixing the button hover color. To fix them, I'm simply navigating to the site editor. Or what I can do, so okay, basically I was very used to with the previous version, and I know there is a shortcode that we can simply use it. Let's type here, okay, not this one, it should be Command K and style. So simply I can open a style and layout here. I can simply remove this padding. That is what I was talking about. I just make that padding 0, and if I save, you can see it will remove the padding. But still, if I inspect here, so you can adjust the padding, you can understand the padding and overall style by clicking and inspecting here and clicking on the computed layout, and here you can see there is padding at the top and bottom. Left and right is okay, but I'm gonna remove the top and bottom padding. So let's navigate here, and here is our global style, and here is our setting for a specific block. Do not get confused here. Click here and remove the padding top and bottom. Now it's more perfect, and it's time to fix our button here. So I can simply click here and go to colors. So here you can see the button has two colors. The one is hover and the one is default color. When I click color, I can see the text color here. I can see the background color and also the gradient color, but there is no background color for button background. But if I click over here, you can see the contrast color is working like a button background color. So what we can do, we can simply change this color to our contrast color, and let's see, I'm not sure, maybe I think I have to save it and try it again. Yes, the contrast color is working like a button color, and at the same thing I'm gonna use our text color here, and also I have to change the color a little bit. I have to adjust the color for text color, this one. That's it, we are done. And also I have to adjust the link color here. So select this one, and the hover color should be this color. So the link has the options to change the hover color, but for the button background we have to use a contrast color here to make things work perfectly. And also I have forgot to add the heading color, which was this one, and the heading has a couple of different color, the background color, a gradient color, but I'm just using the text color here. So we have completed our header and it looks perfect. So we can adjust the menu style here a little bit, but let's take a look at our design here, which is the mobile responsive version. If I drag this one, you can see it looks like this. So from here it will look more perfect if I change it. Now as you can see, this is mobile layout and it has the menu, but the problem is here the button which is appearing here. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to select the button here and select the settings from here, and also click on this styles, and see if there is any options to hide this button on specific devices. Right now, as you can see, there is no options to hide the button here for specific devices. But if I select buttons here and see it's not there, what we can do? So there is an options previously. Basically it was like hide or mobile devices, or it's something like that, but I think maybe it's inside group, or let's take a look at here. It's not here. So for the button, we have to use custom code to hide the button, and we can simply use custom code and we can simply hide this button on responsive devices. So let me show you how you can do it. First of all, select the button here and go to advanced and type here a CSS class. So let's say I'm gonna hide this button on mobile devices, and I'm going to simply call it hide button. That's it. Okay, you can make it more readable or reader friendly. So I'm gonna use hide button on mobile. Copy the text from here and select here styles and click over here these three dots, and here you can see additional CSS. Click here and type here @media screen and max width 425 pixel and curly braces, and simply use here dot, paste the code, again curly brace, and inside here let's type here display none. That's it. That's very simple. I'll share with you this code in my website that you can use from there and use it inside your website to hide button or any elements. Just change the classes that I have selected here based on your preference. Save changes. And now if I go to my website and reload, I think I have missed something. 425. Media screen and max width, hide button on phone, display none. I'm not sure why it's not working. So I have cleared the cache, but it's still displaying. Let's take a look at here if I missed anything else. And okay, this is the button, and see hide button on phone. This is the text I'm using. So let's select here. If I select display none, okay, so I have to use important there, then it will be working. So let's make it important. Let's reload the page, and now as you can see it's working perfectly. So we are done with the header, and let's move into the footer part. And after completing the footer, I will start working on other part. But one thing that I would like to share, I didn't explain a lot about the navigation here, because we have already explained, I have already explained the navigation previously, and if you want to understand, you can also follow the same from here. So you can change a delete menu, or you can add another menu for navigation. You can adjust the navigation icon. If I click here, there is three dots that you can use, and if I click over here for the cross, there is no options as of now, and that's it. Three dots. It's beautiful, although we can do everything using the default theme. That's amazing. Well, let's move or create our footer.